Hey, it's Charles, as I'm making a huge bouncy motion. Charles, Success Freak. This is Mordant, other Success Freak. And most of you know who we are, so it's not really much of an introduction. But this is not my Mordant world. This is House of the Bear.
This is Hot Tub.
Hot Tub.
House of the Bear. Hot Tub.
So we're sitting here. Ooh, that is one yellow dust storm up there. So I get distracted outside. It's shiny moment.
Wow. So you can't see it. We're just going to point it out, and that's what this vlog is all about. My nose itches.
This is impromptu and just ultimately being honest.
Thought we were in Georgia. Yeah, what's your honesty now?
My honesty is, I'm going to ask you what the capital of Thailand is.
Oh. Chiang Mai.
So we're upstairs working on the Success Freak speech. You'll be giving it in Dallas, hopefully with me joining you on Skype.
I don't think it's going to happen.
That's frustrating, but that's not what we're talking about. The baby's coming. Things are happening. I can't be there. It's a version of the speech we're going to be giving at the Level Up Your Life conference, at the Success Freak conference, Level Up 2013. Hashtag Level Up now.
One day Charles will figure out the name.
It's so many words.
Success Freaks Level Up Con. Boom, baby. That's
still a lot of words.
I know.
So he gave a speech in Gangplank.
And we went through it.
And then, of course, it's his speech. I'm ignoring that all, whatever that was. It's his speech, so we have to take it from his to ours, right? So, of course, I'm giving my input. We're talking about this and that and the other. And I'm encouraging him, saying, you killed it, but this is what we do. And what is it you would like for us to do in the upcoming weeks?
I think that it'd be good in order for us, we're neither of us very good at memorize this and say this and say this. We are very good at here's our talking points. I think that if we would run it once a week with each other, then we get used to our timing together, used to what other people are going to say. Oh, you say that, I can riff off this, instead of, hey, I'm just going to shoot from the fly and hope for the best. That's what that's where I'm going with that. That's
right. And my experience has been, whenever I practice anything, it's crap. It doesn't work. I did it with Toastmasters. My first speech, I ran it, and it wouldn't work. It didn't work, and every time I gave it, it changed, which I know is something we actually want to happen in our speech. So it's not the same thing over again. But when I worry too much about practicing, I get too focused on saying the right thing, and it feels like I'm just quoting, and I hate that. And so I'm fighting you on it. To be honest, I'm like, no, but you don't understand. You do this every week with the show. I'm talking to him. You do this every week with our show. How's this different? It's not different. And you're like, well,
it's very different.
But so and the tension was kind of raising. And it was like, what are we going to do about it?
I wasn't tense.
You were standing. I was sitting. I think you were
standing because that way we're the same.
Oh,
height.
you're pitching a tent. My bad. No. What?
See,
anyway,
Charles uses comedy when he is not sure about what he's talking about.
And you
see what I mean?
And he puts people down. No. And use judgment.
Putting them down.
So, but here's what I wanted to talk about is when clashing styles.
Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
Rah!
When your style is to.
Come on! Rah! Clash of the Titans! Ah! Rah!
I hate you sometimes. I hate you a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's like, I'm like, you just need to believe that this is good. And he's afraid I'm going to talk over him. I'm like, I do rarely talk over you when we're together.
I disagree. You talk over me all the time. No, I say that he asked, well, how is this different in the show? And for me, I have found that, I use a set list and things, so at least I have my points that I can go over. Charles is very good at riffing with the stories. Those times where I've not used a set list, I've been quiet a lot. And that makes for not a great show for me. So it's good for me to have some form of preparedness. And especially since this speech is supposed to be very, very half and half, it would help me out to be able to do this. Once a week is all I'm asking for. Once a week, let's run something. We'll go over the points and work.
People watch is like, yeah, Charles, why can't you do that? Because my equally
there is
counter.
Actually, he can do it.
I can't. I'm not saying I won't either. I did tell you I don't think it's going to work, and that's a negative attitude. And I'm trying to get past that. But my counter proposal was, we live in this. I mean, quite honestly, this speech. And I even told you this, and hearing you give it was the stuff that was show note-ish, set list-ish. You were doing the ums and ahs, and you were kind of struggling. But when you got to, and the points are where we live. here you come to save the day, be your own hero. We lived there.
Right.
You know, helping others be awesome. We lived there. Choose a destiny or at least a destination. And so my counterpoint was, this is like your first show of Tortuga Twins that you've done for 25 years. Quite honestly, you could do it blindfolded backwards in another language and nail it because you lived there. It's something you've done so often.
So it sounded very show notish in the very beginning, and once I got to the points, then it was more.
So that's where our clashing.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so that's where our clashing styles are.
In the very beginning, I was more riffing there. I was more. Yeah, but you don't understand where I sounded less sure.
Yeah, but you don't understand where I'm feeling less.
Where I was sounding less sure was where I was just riffing. The stuff that I'd actually worked on, I sounded more sure of, and no, I wasn't reading off of anything. But it was just a little bit of preparedness. And all I'm asking is for is practice. I'm not saying let's memorize. I'm saying, hey, will you work with me on this? So that's what I'm asking.
That's where we're getting past today. It was not just a clashing of styles, which should be easy enough to get past. It was a clashing of what we want for each other, and where we fear that we're going to fear the unknown. Honestly, it's where we fear the unknown. You want to get rid of the unknown. So, yes, of course, I'll try to run through this with you.
I also base this on a lot of the stuff that we've learned as far as, how you learn, how you really work on stuff, how you become, those people who put in their 10,000 hours, those people who that deliberate practice, as they talk about in the book Talent is Overrated. Those people, you know what, I'm gonna actually work on this part. And it's not a fun part. And I know that part of Charles's hesitancy is it's not fun to do this, it's more like work. On some level,
I've never had it work for me, honestly.
And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Let's just do it once. Once a week. It's not too much. It's not, okay, let's do it again. Okay,
and of course, this is a conversation we're having before we've even written the speech or put it together.
We have parts of it, but this is us working out our system, and we're going to disagree. And you know what? We may come to a point where we agree on this, and hey, okay, I'll try that out. And the next week, he may be in a bad mood, or I may be in a bad mood, and it'll be like, screw this, I don't want to do this. So what we're trying to do is let's find a middle ground. Maybe we'll just work on half of the speech.
You could have ignored that. That was very much a show moment.
He's running.
He's grabbing his booty.
So, whatever it takes, I need to run it a little bit. And I need for us to get it. So, because it's different, you know what? People ask me, how are you uncomfortable doing a speech when you're on stage in front of hundreds and thousands of people? Because it's a different flavor. The same thing with speaking, versus during the show. There's a different flavor to it. Now, maybe Charles has this gift of being able to, I'm finding that a lot of the stuff that he does, that once he starts picking up on it, he's great at it. And even seems to surpass my level. I don't have that gift, really. And all I'm asking for is, help the guy out.
Now, I will promise to help you out and do this if you will phrase it my way. So, yes, of course I can do this.
Let me hear the whole thing.
No. This is the gosh darn it, people like me.
The hard thing is that you're working with an intelligent partner who has to hear the whole thing.
And you're working with a partner
I
you
will
can
do
trust.
this.
Yes, of course I can do this.
Oh, yes, of course I can do this.
Yes, at any moment I can give a speech and kill a room.
Yes, at any moment I can give a speech and kill a room.
But it would really make me feel better if you just do this for me.
But it really make me feel better if you just do this for me.
And here's $100. No, see, I get that because here's where I fought it a little bit is wrongfully, and everybody, what's my quote? We're all humans. We can only react from where we live. That's the bottom line. And I hear fear where maybe there's not fear. Maybe it's just I'd rather get it done. I know I can do this. And so I'm like, quit being afraid. I actually was hoping last night because he went to the church with me last night, and we had a great meeting with the bishop beforehand, who's going to speak at the conference. And he wanted to hear him speak and see the facilities that we're going to be speaking in, so we did that. And as part of the service, there's this preacher that the bishop had taught. He comes on Wednesdays. He gets invited to come up. What did you speak about last night? I honestly kind of hoped, because he had mentioned us in the opening of the service and what we're doing, the conference is coming up, and that he'd met us. I kind of had hoped he'd gone, you know what, you guys are here. Why don't you get up and tell us what you did? I knew more to be like, but I wanted it to happen.
See, that's different. That's like doing table topics. I don't have a problem doing table topics. But when we're doing it for,
When your kung fu is strong as mine, it'll all be table topics, baby.
I'm getting it.
And so I was kind of hoping I'm glad you feel it that way.
Yeah,
I was hoping
do.
it happened, that you would see, no, I can do this. And that's all I'm saying. I know we can do it. I know you can do it by yourself. It's awesome. But so how do you overcome differences? You say, fine, I'll do whatever. And even if it's like that, fine, I will do whatever it is you want.
What's funny about this is that I'm going to learn to do things more Charles's way, and I'm going to learn a lot from that. And honestly, he's going to find a way to do things this way and go, oh, wow, I am better by doing it this way. So,
agreed. And it's all about working together and saying, you know what, it's not all about me. And let's see what we can do about making each other feel comfortable. Because the honest truth is, worst case scenario, it's like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do it. Then you're going to feel angry. You're going to feel uncomfortable. And no matter what we do going forward, it's going to be uncomfortable because I pushed you into that area. Is it going to hurt me to go through it? Maybe a little.
And that kind of uncompromise is how business partners go, okay, then we work, you do your speech and I'll do mine. And that's not where we're at. That's not what we want to do. And what about Bob? Baby steps.
All right, so go out and be your own success freak. Thanks for watching, and
find somebody you can work with.
Always.
We have.
Help others be awesome. Oh yeah, successfreaks.com. I know, I almost stopped it. Wait. Successfreaks.com/event for conference information. Of course, check us out every week. With the schedule is there, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. We do a show. Yes, we do a show.